It's one of the happiest moments for any football fan. Welcome back, friends. A new season is officially underway. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front set.
Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Oh, and it's no good. So an early hiccup after the touchdown as the score will stay at 6-0. Probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Raiders first.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Going to the ground again on first. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. A lot of grass ahead. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Raheem Mostert the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And he pulled it. It's no good. Kick goes too far to the left. Point after, left on the table. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Dell now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. He gets 6 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up second and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
That's a catch for Nico Collins. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it sets up a Houston first. On play action, here's Stroud. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Now for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
On third and long, it's Stroud. Pass caught by Mixon. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Texans going to kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. They're out and set. First and 10. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. From the 27. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
Here's a throw. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
Well, that short pass gets tipped, and you then don't have much time to react to the catch. But he brings it in anyway to save the completion.
They'll run here on first down. And he'll do what he can. That carry gets to the 35-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Throwing now off play action. He beams one deep right side. That's complete inside the 35. We're through one quarter of this opening weekend of football. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pass is caught at the 9. And he's in. Touchdown. The Raiders take a second quarter lead. Brock Bowers the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Dell now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The shotgun, a gift to Mixon. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 30 on 2nd down. The right side hauled in by Collins. And he's out the clear. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd and 3 now. Another carry for him. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Raiders 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Third and a lone yard coming up. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
So now on fourth down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And this stays tied here in the second.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
First and 10, a run to Mixon. We'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Tyree Wilson in on the tackle. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it with Mixon. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. And it's the Texans with 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Stroud. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Running for it, Mixon. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Has his man. It's Mixon. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Operating from the gun. It's Stroud. There's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it. And the Raiders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. This ball's cut by Bowers. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. He'll throw it. That's caught for the first. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Back to throw. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. Got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Asante Samuel Jr. makes the play. Through the defense he goes. Room to burn. Into the red zone. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, and the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He lets one fly deep downfield. They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The give here on 2nd. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's a give up the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 42. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Texans will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Running left is Mixon. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, Stroud. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Raider football. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now give left side. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Fits it through the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Gets his tight end on the corner out. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
It is into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the third. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Carlson now to add one more. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Raiders tie this game up. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
2nd and 3. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. A costly false start penalty as 3rd down becomes much more difficult to convert as they back it up 5. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Now it's Stroud. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Finds a seam, left side, he's off to the races. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 a multiple highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Dell now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. It's Mixon on second down. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Stroud to throw again on second. He's got him. That's Mixon. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Throwing is Stroud. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Mark that one down as a 35-yard punt in the end. And they'll get ready to go on offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. There's a handoff up the gut. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10 now. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Lone back gets the handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Back to the well again. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. On comes Daniel Carlson for a pretty important kick. From the left hash, about 31 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Stroud. Quick slant here to Kirk. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And now it's 2nd down.
A little bit of chaos, right? I mean, play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
2nd and 10, Stroud to throw. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
1st down, Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Offense in the hurry up here. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Escapes the pocket. And he'll go down here at the 16. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Texans down by 10. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Shotgun now for Stroud. And that one's going to hit the turf.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game. Try getting it to Nico Collins. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team. Boy, you'd love to see him come through there.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a hit wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the deficit remains 2 scores. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
They needed a few things to go right to make a comeback. And the first one, well, you had to. That was not a want to. That was a have to with that field goal. Without it, tough to imagine overcoming a 2-score deficit, Kate.
Gets up the edge to the 35. down the sideline inside the 40. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. First down, and they go right back to him. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. Houston calls it second timeout, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Final timeout called by the Texans. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. They'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long.
A 44-yard attempt.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. We know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Stroud. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Stroud now. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Raiders, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in, coverage-wise, to every route combination they're trying to throw?
On first down, they'll run. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Offense to the line for 2nd down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. He's going to throw this one. Searches from the pocket. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
You always call it the best formation in football, Brock. They're going to line up to take that knee and run out some clock. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Raiders winners as we bid you farewell from Las Vegas.
You know the owner's happy with that one. Come on, boys.